Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another fun holiday inspired look using the Morphe Chem Trails palette. First we're going to grab this fluffy blending brush and just lay that neutral tone all over the lid as a transition and a base. Now going in, we're going to grab this bright vivid blue and start blending that into the crease. I made sure I didn't speed this part up too much so that way you guys can really see how slow and cautious I am being with this blue. This one, it took a while. Blues intimidate me because they can become very splotchy and just not look so blended and well and even. So I just really took the time building this up. I'm barely adding any on, and I know it looks like I'm not really doing much here, but I'm just laying a base of foundation so that while I work most of the heavy color into the inner crease of my eye, I can still have a nice gradual effect of it leading up towards my eyebrow slightly. This took a lot of time, but it was worth the effort. Blues seriously intimidate me, but my boyfriend was the one who came up with this eye color look today. He got inspiration from our tree and from something he saw in his video game Elder Scrolls. So I thought, you know what, I've been lacking in my creativity, I'm gonna go for it, and I love the way it ended up turning out. Right here, I'm starting to shape how I want it to look. I'm just kind of doing a pointed look out towards my temples, slightly building that up, and we're gonna build into that more in a moment. I feel when working with this kind of bold, vivid color, the best thing to do is slowly blend up, try to keep it towards the center. I'm not adding too much onto my brush. I'm just using what's left on my brush to lay down what's there and keep blending it up. It took a lot of time, but it's worth it, I promise you. I'm slowly getting the color I wanted to achieve and making it vivid and bright. Now grabbing this more pointed blending brush, I am taking that same blue tone and bringing it down under my lower lash line almost all the way to the inner, leaving a small gap for some highlight later. I'm using this brush to really hone in on that shape, start building it out, trying to make sure it's as smooth across that line as possible. Now going back in, we're going to grab this darker blue tone, we're going to grab this fluffy brush and start adding dimension into it. This I'm focusing on the outer part of the lid and in the crease. I'm keeping it very, very close to the lid while I'm going in the crease. I just do this to add depth. I don't think the one blue tone was enough. This adds more of a fun look to look at. I'm just making sure that both sides are even, blending it out very well, bringing it up slightly but not going too high because I want to keep some of that original blue we laid down very vivid and a focal point of the whole look in general. So now we're going to go ahead and grab that smaller blending brush again. We're going to start adding that darker blue to the outer lower lash line. I didn't bring this one in too far at all. What I did there was I grabbed my fingernail and just pressed slightly on the brush to make it more focused. Jumping over, we're grabbing the e.l.f. Camouflage Concealer and I'm going to start to cut the crease. I'm doing this just so I can have a nicer, clean line. I'm going to be adding glitter over this. I'm not being too precise, just kind of a sloppy hand and blending it out slightly. This way, that blue has a really crisp line to where it's going to meet the other shade. This one takes a little bit of patience, I think would be the right word, because it does take some time. Now grabbing the Urban Decay Moondust in the color Chem Trails, I'm going to start tapping that on, just using the brush onto where I'm going to have it laid down on my eyelid, and then I'm going to switch over to this makeup brush to blend it out. I go between this and my finger while laying this down. It just gives more of a spread out look. I don't want it to look too chunky or get clumpy in any areas, so I'm just dancing in between, adding a little more product on, using my finger, using the brush, just doing that back and forth. Grabbing the Mega Cushion Foundation by Wet n Wild, I'm just going to clean up the eyes a little bit, make sure the fallout's picked up. Grabbing the white from the Chem Trails palette, I'm going to start to carve out my brows a little bit. This is just so that I can clean up any of the blue that might have gotten a little too high. It also adds a nice highlighted effect to the eye. It makes the eye look fully complete, not like there's blank space or any skin tone popping through. And now we're just going to add in some more glitter on the lower tear duct. I'm doing that, tapping it out with my brush again just to make sure that that looks cohesive. Grabbing the Essence Super Matte Liquid Liner, I'm just going to line my eyes real quick, doing a quick wing. The wing was a little big. I love it big though. It looks great that way, especially with the winged out eyeshadow I have going. Dipping back into the original blue we started with, I am just adding a tiny bit more in really quick, nothing too major at all. Now we're going to pop on some Kiss Pompadour lashes. These ones are very complimentary with any look. I feel like they have enough flair to look a little dramatic, but also enough that if you just want to pop these on with some regular mascara, it would look really good. Now to contour, we're going to grab the LA Colors in the shade Tan. I'm popping that on my cheekbones, just blending that out. I went a little heavy-handed on this just because this look kind of called for it for me. Grabbing my Anastasia Glow Kit in Ultimate Glow, we're going to grab this Snow shade here and start highlighting. I was also very heavy-handed with this. My camera didn't pick it up as well as I'd like. I'm going to have to hone in on that and figure out what I got to do to make sure that the highlights really pop. Just to intensify that highlight, I grabbed the Urban Decay Moondust in Chem Trails again, tapped it on my cheekbones using my finger straight from the applicator brush. This really gave it that over-the-top holiday feel for me. I really love the way this turned out. I don't know why I was so aggressive here, but we're using the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. We're just going to pop that on, blend the lashes into our falsies, make sure that the bottom lashes are coated nicely and stand out. Now jumping into blush, we're going to grab the Mercier Heather Pink and just pop that on the cheeks. I made sure that this one stood out pretty pigmentedly. And now here we are. Here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun holiday look I threw together tonight with the help of my boyfriend. If you guys enjoyed this look, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Bye.